Hi everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Hi, and thank you, Sera Jo, for this piano arrangement by Jacob Collier, his latest album. And his latest album, He Won't Hold You, by Jacob Collier, his latest album, D-Jazz Volume 3. Yeah, wonderful album. You know, I was listening to it. I'm so impressed by his musical and also technological skills. It's just amazing. So why don't we start? We're going to start with some ear training. And let's work with single notes. Let me turn up my volume. I think my volume is up. Okay, and good. So here we go, single notes. And what I would like to do is I'm going to play a major triad just to establish any major key, and then I'm going to be shifting keys, shifting keys, shifting keys, shifting keys, and then we're going to sing. Yeah, we're going to sing those notes. We're using movable do in this system. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first note, very simple. Key of C, I'm going to sing do. Do. Good. I'm gonna move to another key. How about D flat? Now we're gonna sing the fifth, Sol. Sol. I'm gonna wait for a couple seconds, yeah, so that we actually can do this. Next one, A flat. We're gonna sing Re. Re. Next, key of G. Let's sing La. La. Let's go to D. We're gonna sing Mi. Mi. And let's go to B flat. We're gonna sing T. T. And one more. Let's go to the key of B. We're gonna sing Fa. Fa. Okay. So we're learning to hear and sing all the diatonic notes. Of course, we can do this with major, with Aeolian, with melodic, harmonic, with Dorian, Phrygian, you name it. Yeah, so that's a wonderful practice to do every day. Yeah, so we're warming up our musical minds, hearing individually, yeah, all the notes of a chord scale. And as you can see, I'm always changing keys. I'm transposing all the time. Yeah, so that actually has multiple benefits. One is, of course, we're training ourselves, yeah, to not only hear, but be able to localize on the keyboard or on your guitar or bass, yeah, all the notes of every single chord scale in all 12 keys. Another one is when we're changing keys all the time, we're kind of activating our long-term musical memory. Okay, good. So that was a single note warm-ups, and now I would like to do something else. I would like to start with melodic patterns. Yeah, so for my students who have been with me in Musicians Institute or Berkeley or Cornell, yeah, so here is kind of the method. Again, I'm gonna play a triad, and we have 8 patterns that start on each of the diatonic degrees. Okay, so why don't I start with C? Yeah, but then I want to move on. So we're going to start, let's say, with Do. Yeah? And patterns 1 through 4 are diatonic melodies by diatonic seconds. Okay, so we have Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, Do, Ti, La, Ti, Do, Do, Re, Do, Ti, Do, Do, Ti, Do, Re, Do. And patterns 5 through 8 are melodies by diatonic thirds. Do, mi, sol, mi, do, do, la, fa, la, do, mi, do, la, do, la, do, mi, do. And I'm always changing keys. And we're going to do this work starting on all the diatonic notes. Yeah, for now of major keys, but then we're going to do minor keys, modes, hybrid scales, and you name it. Yeah, but this is the place to start. Yeah, we're going to start with major keys. And since I already brought Do, why don't we start here? Yeah, let's start, and then next week we're going to do Re, and the following Mi, and we're going to work with all the different patterns. So why don't we start? Yeah, so we're going to sing it. I'm going to be changing keys. Number 1, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do. And there are a couple different levels, yeah? In more foundational levels, we should learn to play and sing at the same time. Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, and then if I change keys, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do. And there is another level in which I just play a triad, and I sing, but without playing. Do, Re, Mi, Re, Do, and then I can check after if what I played and sang is correct. Why don't we start? Yeah, let's give those 8 patterns a nice rundown. Number 1 in E flat. I'm gonna play and sing at the same time. Yeah, but I'm gonna wait a couple seconds. So in your mind, yeah, you can sing those lines, yeah, and then we can check a couple seconds after. So here we go. Number 1, E flat. Do, re, mi, re, do. Let's go to another key, A. Pattern number 2, do, ti, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, ti, do. Let's go to G flat. Pattern number 3. Do, re, do, ti, do. And now let's go to pattern number 4. Let's go to the key of B. Do, ti, do, re, do. Do, ti, do, re, do. And let's go to pattern 5. Let's go to the key of A. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Let's go to pattern number 6, key of E. I'm shifting keys at random. Yeah, the main purpose is also through this workout to have quite a flexibility of all our keys, major, minor, modes, hybrid scales, all our chord scale system. So let's do number 6, key of E. Do, la, fa, la, do. And let's move on to key of G, number 7. Do, mi, do, la, do. And number 8, let's go to B flat. Do, la, do, mi, do. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this video on so you can practice with this section, melodic patterns, starting on Do, 8 patterns. Yeah, so. And the way you will practice is you play a major triad to establish the key of the moment, then you sing the pattern, and then you're going to move to another key right away. So since we're on this theme of melodic patterns or ear training, I would like to actually stay here and cover different areas. Now we're going to sing diatonic triads. Okay, same method. We're going to play a triad to establish, or a chord, any chord, in this case a major triad to establish a major key. Then we're going to sing the triad. Yeah, let's say 1 major. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. At the end, we play the triad in that key to make sure that we got it correctly. So why don't we start? 1 major, E flat. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. I'm going to move to another key. Key of G. Now we're gonna sing the 4th degree. Fa, la, do, la, fa. And let's move to key of E. We're gonna sing the 7th diminished. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. At the end, I play the triad to make sure that what I sing was correct. Now let's move on to B flat. I'm gonna sing the 3 minor. Mi, sol, ti, sol, mi. And let's move to another key. Let's go to D flat. We're gonna sing together the 6 minor. La, do, mi, do, la. Okay, very good. And we're gonna go to another key. Let's go to the key of F. We're gonna sing the 2 minor. Re, fa, la, fa, re. And one last one. Let's go to the key of B. We're gonna sing the 5 major. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. Okay, so that was a nice warm-up with diatonic triads. Now I wanna move on. I wanna go to intervals. Intervals. Should we do fourths? Maybe fourth are for next week. Why don't we start easy? Let's start with diatonic thirds. Yeah, let's start with diatonic thirds. So we have two rows. Upper row, we have ascending thirds, diatonic thirds. Second row, descending diatonic thirds. So, same process. I'm gonna play a triad to establish a key, and then I'm gonna sing the diatonic interval. In this case, Do, Mi. Why don't we start? Do, Mi. Let's do Do, Mi in another key, A flat. Do, Mi. And let's go to the next one, key of B. We're gonna sing Re, Fa. Re, Fa. Let's go to the next one. How about key of D flat? We're gonna sing Mi, Sol, ascending. Mi, Sol. And let's go to key of F. And we're gonna sing this pattern, Fa, La. Fa, La. Let's move on. Let's go to key of A. And we're gonna sing this pattern, Sol, Ti. Sol, Ti. And let's move on. Let's go to the key of E flat. Let's sing La, Do. La, Do. Good. And let's go to G flat. Now we're gonna sing Ti, Re, ascending. Ti, Re. Okay, so those were diatonic thirds ascending. Now we're gonna work with diatonic thirds descending. So here we go. Let's go back to the key of C. Now we're gonna sing Do, La, descending. Do, La. Do, La. Let's move on. Let's go to the key of E. We're gonna sing Re, Ti. Re, Ti. And moving, let's go to the key of A flat. We're gonna sing Mi, Do. Mi, Do. So if you can see, I'm singing first and then I'm playing. So I'm always activating my musical memories of intervals, of notes, how the notes sound. And then I play them even a fraction of a second after. Let's go to the key of D. I'm gonna sing Fa, Re, descending. Fa, Re. And let's move on to the key of G. We're gonna sing Sol, Mi. Sol, Mi. Moving on, let's go to D flat. We're gonna sing La, Fa. La, Fa. And let's move on. Let's go to G flat. I'm gonna sing the last one, Ti, Sol. Ti, Sol. Okay. Good. Yeah, so that was a nice warm-up with intervals. Okay, so now I want to move on to some basic keyboard skills. And last week we started with with intervals, yeah. And we said that we're gonna see intervals just like a space, yeah. So intervals we're not gonna see them in relationship to a key or relationship to a chord, which is usually the way they teach us intervals, yeah, in school. Yeah, but we're gonna work with intervals as a individual space entity. And we're gonna work with intervals all the way from a minor second, ascending and descending, to a major 13th, ascending and descending. So why don't we start? And here we have our cycles. And in this case, we're going to use a cycle of fourths, but we're going to be changing cycles all the time. So why don't we start? And why don't we start? So minor seconds, which means we're going to practice our minor seconds. Yeah, and we're going to be changing hands and changing registers all the time. So we're going to go through cycle of fourths. So if I say C, I'm going to play C and a minor second above. Yeah, and next week we're going to do major seconds and so on up to 13ths. And this is a practice that actually is going to help us with all our chords, how to visualize all our chords. So here we go. I'm going to be calling the keys according to the cycle. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and C. Okay, so this one you should be able to do quite fast, okay? So just to know, have a feel of half steps or minor seconds. So I want to change cycles. Yeah, let's go to the cycle of fifths. And here, I want to go to minor seconds descending. So whatever note that I call, if I call G, we're going to play G in a minor second attached to it below. Yeah? And let's move on through this cycle. Here we go. C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F, and C. Okay, and this is a nice warm-up. Just stay with me. We're going to explore all our intervals, yeah? So this is the first level, yeah, first level. Okay, so I want to move on, and then I want to go back to our chords, or one moment. Before we move on to our tutorial, I'm already having a request of 2-5-1s. 2-5-1s. Yeah, I know, maybe I'm jumping a little bit too much, but I already got this request. We're going to do our 2-5-1s, a 2-5-1s in minor keys. And the 2-5-1 that we're going to choose today is chord tones only. We're not going to use extensions yet. And here we can see we have a 2-5-1, and what we're going to use is a 2 minor 7 flat 5 to a 5-7 augmented, and we're going to end on the 1 minor 6. Okay, and that's going to be our workout. Yeah, on top you have the code. Yeah, you have intervals, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, or in solfege, fa, le, do, if we're in the key of any key of C, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, te, do. So we have a fa, le, do, and on G we have a fa, ti, re. Yeah, not me, but re, because it's a sharp 5. Yeah, so we're gonna try to see this is a augmented 5th. Yeah, or I think we also could see it as a me. Yeah, no problem. Fa, ti, me. Yeah, maybe that's easier. And we go to the one key, sol, la, me. Why don't we start? We're gonna work with our 2-5-1s. We're gonna play them a couple times. Key of C, 2, 5, 1. Okay, maybe down an octave. 2, 5, 1. And let's go to the key of F, left hand. Right hand, 2, 5, 1. Again, key of F, 2, 5, 1. Okay, and now let's move on to the key of B flat. B flat. 2, 5, 1. Again, C minor 7 flat 5. F augmented 7. 1 minor 6, or B flat minor 6. And let's move on to E flat. 2, 5, 1. Here we go. 2, 5, 1. Once more. 2, 5, 1. Moving along. We're gonna go to the key of G sharp. Yes, G sharp. 2, 5, 1. Okay, so let's pay attention. 2. We have a 5. We have a D sharp augmented 7. Whoops. Yeah, we have a, what am I doing? 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. Moving on, let's go to the key of C sharp. And here we go. 2, 5, 1. Okay, I'm gonna leave this video here. Yeah, this is a great section to practice together. 2, 5, 1. And moving, let's go to the key of F sharp. Okay, 2, 5, 1. Once more. 2, 5, 1. And going to the key of B. 2, 5, 1. Once more. 2, 5, 1. And moving to the key of E. And here we go. 2, 5, 1. Let's practice again together. 2, 5, 1. And let's go to the key of A. 2, 5, 1. And once more. 2, 5, 1. And moving along, we have now the key of D and G. So key of D. And here we go. 2, 5, 1. Again. 2, 5, 1. And the key of G. 2, 5, 1. And once more. 2, 5, 1. Okay, I hope you enjoy the 2-5-1 section of today's lesson. And since we're on the keyboard chords, I would like to play the latest video tutorial. And this one is by Sera Joe. And let's see. Testing, testing. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Random. You were correct. Yeah, my sound was gone, but now no sound. But now my sound should be back, isn't it? Okay. No sound. Testing, testing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you, Random. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm handling all this part of the system, and sometimes when I change scenes, I have to change my sound setup. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go through this pattern. We go to C, F, B diminished, E minor, A minor. I'm not gonna do the legato for now. Yeah, so A minor, D, G, C, F, B, E minor, A minor, D minor, G, and C. So what did Russell Ferrante do in this exercise? What he did was he went through a diatonic key, yeah, and he went through this pattern. He went through the 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, and then he repeated the same sequence again. Yeah, that's what he did. Nevertheless, he worked out a very nice voice leading on this. So there's a 1, and then he went to the 4, to the 7 diminished, to 3 diminished, to 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 major, 1 major. And then he repeats the sequence, yeah, 4 major, yeah, and he gets a different type of voice leading. Yeah, 7 diminished, 3 minor, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 major, and 1 major. And that's it. Yeah, that's the process. And now we're gonna work with a video tutorial. Random, thank you. Thank you. Random was my student, and she helped me out today, yeah, by pointing about that we didn't have sound for a few seconds. Okay, good. So why don't we start? Let's start. Okay, I'm gonna stop, I think, after a couple of keys. Okay, so yeah, otherwise it's too much, it's too fast. Yeah, so but why don't we start again? Yeah, and I'm gonna stop for a couple seconds. Otherwise it's a sight reading marathon. Okay, key of C. Okay, now let's go to the key of F. And let's move on to the key of B flat. And moving along, let's play in the key of E flat, the same voice leading pattern. And now moving to the key of D flat. And let's move to the key of G flat or F sharp. Also, I want to say something about the key centers. Yeah, sometimes it's easier, yeah, to use open keys than individual accidentals, yeah, because it's easier to visualize everything. Okay, let's move on to the key of B. Okay, and moving along to the key of E, yeah, using individual accidentals, open key signatures. Key of A. And let's move on to the key of D. And one more key, key of G major. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this voice leading workout. I remember in the Musicians Institute, everybody was working with this one. And yeah, we didn't have the transpose parts. Yeah, everybody had to transpose it on their own. Yeah, so anyways, I know Sera Jo is making this chart available in all 12 keys, available in her website. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the link down in the end of this webinar. Okay, good. So now we're gonna change the mood. Now we're gonna do some Latin piano. And here we go. Okay, from my book, Merengue Latin Piano Styles, so no, Merengue Piano Styles, yeah, we're gonna work with this pattern of page 16, example 1, Pambiche. So this pattern is a syncopated style. And here we go, let's listen. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's check this pattern out. Okay, so here we have, instead of having a 5-1, which usually we find in classical music or pop or jazz, we're going to have a 1-5. Yeah, and why is that? Yeah, the harmonic rhythm switches a lot in Afro-Latin music. Yeah, both in merengue, salsa, and other styles. It's almost like to create this repetitive groove. Yeah, also in using harmony to help us move the motion. Yeah, so we have a 1 and to 5, and then we're gonna play 3 and. Okay, why don't we? Yeah, let's watch and let's play along again. Yeah, so we're gonna play along. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now we're gonna work on the same pattern, but in 180 beats per minute. So it's gonna be much slower. So why don't we play together? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and now it's time to practice on your own. Yeah, so no piano, only bass and percussion. Yeah, and here we go. And also, let's pay attention to how the groove changes. We're going to have 2 subsections. Yeah, so let's also pay attention to the bass and the percussion. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to practice at the original tempo, 248 beats per minute. No piano, only bass and percussion. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this merengue piano tutorial. And now I want to move on to a different style. I want to move to salsa piano, yeah, because when I was a student in Massachusetts, I remember playing my gigs and we had to go between a salsa set, merengue set, salsa set, or just going back and forth. So here we go. And what are we going to do today? Today we're going to play this pattern, 2-5-1 pattern. Salsa, but in 3-2 clave. 3-2 clave. Yeah. Okay, so last time we were playing this pattern in 2/3. Okay, but now we're gonna change. We're gonna switch the clave around. So now it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and why don't we play with bass and percussion? Let's see, maybe I even can zoom a bit. Yes, but I'm gonna change my camera setup. No, the other way. Yeah. Okay, so now it's very clear. So here we go. So let's practice once without percussion. 1, 2, 3, and 1. And now with bass and percussion. Let's start slow. Let's start at 135 beats per minute. And then we're going to move up. We're going to repeat 4 times. We're going to move up the speed. Let's go from 135 beats per minute to 145 beats per minute. And here we go. Okay, now we're gonna move up. Let's move up the tempo. Let's go to 155 beats per minute. And here we go. Up again. Now we're gonna go to 165 beats per minute. So here we go. Well, let's take the tempo now to 175 beats per minute. So here we go. 3 to clave, 175 beats per minute. Okay, 1 more. 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 1 Okay, should we take it to 185 beats per minute? Yes. Let's take it to 185 and let's see what happens. Good, so that was a nice 2-5-1 workout in 3 clave key of C. Actually, we should do this in all 12 keys. I don't know if we're gonna have time, but that's a very worthy goal to do. Okay, excellent, and now it's time to say goodbye for this week. Until next Saturday. So, thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen, and play lots of good music. See you next week.